A holy man's secret. In the quiet town of Briar Ridge, everyone knew everyone. It was the kind of place where church potlucks, Sunday sermons, and neighborly smiles kept secrets buried under polite conversation. But one secret refused to stay buried. And when it finally surfaced, it dragged two families, a revered pastor and a murdered wife, into the public eye, leaving behind a trail of shame, blood, and betrayal. Reverend Joseph Langston was the kind of man people trusted. Clean-cut, soft-spoken, always quoting scripture. For over 15 years he led the Briar Ridge First Baptist Church. People called him a man of grace. He was married to Elaine Langston, a sweet woman who ran the church's food pantry. They had 2 teenage daughters and a seemingly perfect marriage. At least that's what the town believed. Everything changed when Melanie Price moved into town. A recently divorced choir singer, Melanie was younger, lively, and had a voice that drew people in, especially Pastor Langston. She started volunteering at the church. Within weeks, whispers began. He stayed late after choir. She lingered in his office. One deacon noticed, then another. But no one dared confront a man of God. Until October 12, 2022, when Elaine Langston was found dead. Elaine's body was discovered at the bottom of their basement stairs. At first it looked like a fall. Her neck was broken. But something was off. Her wedding ring was missing, her head was bleeding from 2 directions, and her phone had been wiped clean. The autopsy confirmed it: blunt force trauma. This wasn't an accident. It was murder. Police dug into the Langstons' life, and secrets began spilling fast. Text messages between Pastor Langston and Melanie Price revealed a passionate affair spanning over 18 months. They spoke in code, used burner phones, and even discussed starting fresh without Elaine. The most damning message came just a week before Elaine's death. Once she's gone, we can finally be free. The town that once idolized Reverend Langston turned overnight. Protesters stood outside the church. News vans lined the street. Parishioners wept. He was arrested during Sunday service. During the trial, Langston claimed innocence, saying he'd confessed the affair to Elaine and she was distraught, but alive when he left for morning prayer. But forensic evidence told another story. Elaine's blood was found on the pastor's shoes. Security footage showed no prayer meeting that day. A journal entry from Elaine read, "If anything happens to me, look into him. He's not who you think." Melanie Price pleaded guilty to obstruction of justice. She deleted texts and lied to police. In exchange, she testified against Joseph. The verdict: guilty of first-degree murder. He was sentenced to life without parole. Melanie moved away, changed her name. The church closed its doors for good. Elaine was buried in a modest grave with only her daughters and a few close friends present. And Reverend Langston? He preaches to no one now, behind concrete walls, serving life in a cold cell. Once the voice of salvation, now the face of betrayal. In Briar Ridge they still talk about it. Not because they want to, but because it proved one thing. Even the holiest hands can hide blood. And sometimes the loudest prayers are trying to cover the darkest sins.